The lizard and the turtle were playing cards, and whoever won would get to enjoy a feast of coffee-flavored bugs. They were a pair of class pets, and their daily lives consisted of chatting and enjoying life. One day, the teacher said to them, "Look at the lizard. It must be at least 80 years old."
Do I look old? Thank you.
Thinking it was about to die, the lizard became depressed. Since it had been raised in a tank since childhood, it only got to eat lettuce soaked in turtle urine every day. Even when it got some meat, it was flies fed by humans, and it had never seen a female lizard in its life. To enjoy the rest of its life, it came up with a bold idea: escape. The new teacher allowed a student to take the pets home every week, remembering the torment from being taken by naughty kids before. The lizard was very scared, but this was also a perfect chance to escape. Afraid of starving, it prepared some simple dry food. After school, it was chosen by a boy. This boy was strange. He was always followed by a drone. Whether male or female, no one could get close to him due to his allergies. Even the family dog had to wear a mask. The drone's protection was extreme. It even ensured the boy won games with friends, and if the friends left, it would chase after them to declare him the second place. At this moment, when no one was in the house, the lizard tried to escape from the tank. As soon as it got out, it almost got sucked into a sterilizing machine. After narrowly escaping, there were still 4 more machines waiting for it. At the critical moment, it used its tongue to stick to a machine and swung onto a block table to escape. This ordeal made the lizard dizzy, and it ended up with a foot punctured by a block, then fell to the ground. When it came to, the family dog told it that a large part of its tail had been broken off by a robot vacuum.
What? It'll grow back.
As it kept complaining, the boy behind it realized it could talk. To keep this secret, it had to befriend the boy, but it also made a condition. The boy had to write a breakup letter to the drone. The next day, after seeing the letter, the drone threw itself into the trash. The overprotection from the drone had made the boy lose his social skills. The lizard said everyone has their own talents. Then it demonstrated its talent. After eating a bud, it could instantly spit out a butterfly, and when it was unhappy, it could even eat the butterfly it had just spit out. At a party, the lizard tricked a girl into breaking the electrical box, and with a muffled sound, all the circus's electronic locks failed. The animals were stunned by this, and once they realized what had happened, they started to cause a ruckus at the party. The lizard quickly jumped onto a balloon amidst the chaos, waving its tail in preparation to escape. Just as freedom was in sight, the lizard suddenly heard its classmate calling out to it and hesitated. After an internal struggle, it finally burst the balloon and returned to the classmates. After losing this chance to escape, the lizard was put back in the pet tank. Fortunately, it got along very well with all the classmates, and it received delicious food every day. A turtle in the same tank was very jealous. It had once tried to help the classmates.
I don't know how babies are made.
It even told the boy it had hatched from an egg under the sand, which shocked the boy. So, the boy tied it to a ball and left it hanging outside all night. To this day, the turtle still didn't know what it did wrong. Because of jealousy, it came up with an idea to live stream a conversation with its good friend using a phone. This way, the classmates learned that they weren't the only ones who could talk to the lizard. They accused the lizard of not being sincere and even suspected that it had revealed their secrets. There was one more person who was even more surprised: the teacher, who had overheard the entire conversation from outside the classroom. It turned out that the improvement in the students' grades was all because of the lizard. To cover up the truth and take the credit, the teacher threw the lizard into the wild. This was exactly what the lizard had dreamed of, but when it saw the watchful eyes in the grass, it was immediately scared stiff. With poor survival skills in the wild, it couldn't even catch a fly. When thirsty, it wanted clean tap water.
Thanks, but a little too murky for me. How close are we to a drip tube?
And it was even teased by a group of fireflies. Fortunately, the animals that the lizard had saved found it, and its treatment was immediately upgraded. First, it ate some vegetables, then some meat, and even fireflies flew into its mouth. There was something else that made it even happier. It saw a fellow lizard older than itself, already 110 years old. Thinking that it could still live for many years, the lizard decided to return to its classmates. Unfortunately, they got the route wrong and accidentally entered the territory of crocodiles. The animals that had just been respectful to the lizard ran away instantly. The crocodiles quickly surrounded the lizard. At this moment, a car suddenly approached from a distance. The crocodiles thought it was a bad-tempered mammoth and fled, but it was actually the classmates coming to find the lizard. One crocodile realized it had been tricked and crawled back. At this critical moment, the now repentant teacher stepped in front and sent out the most talkative girl. As soon as the girl started talking, she kept going on and on, finally confusing the crocodile. But it was too late. When they were safe, they discovered the lizard was already dead.
What? They ate his insides!
Just as everyone was mourning, the mischievous lizard emerged. It had only shed its skin. In the end, the lizard returned to the school tank, spending the rest of its life accompanying generations of children.